let's start our today's question. But before starting this question, please pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Okay, so our today's question is, given an array of user object, check whether all users have the same gender. Return true if all are male or female. Return false if anyone is mismatched. Okay, so here all the users gender is male, so our output will be true. And if all the gender is female, then also the output is true, otherwise it will print false. Okay, so const is same gender. Okay, console.log is the same gender, and we will pass the users data. Okay, so how to check all users gender is same or not? Okay, so first of all, uh, we access the first user's gender. Const first user's gender. How to find users of 0 dot gender? So here we got the value of first user gender. Then we will check if another user's gender is same or not. For the true or false result, uh, in a JavaScript there is only two methods. The first one is the sum and second one is the every. So here we want to check, that means we want to check in all the users, and if all users satisfy the condition, then and only then we will return true. So here we are using the which method? Yes, every methods. So returns users dot every. Here we will destructure the gender. So gender is equals to first user gender. Okay, so here it will return true. Why? The gender is male. So if we change any one, then it will return false. So if we change the gender male to female, then also it will return true. Okay, so this is the solution. So uh, which emoji today we are sharing in comment box? Yes, yellow heart. So our today's target is to put a 10 yellow hearts in a comment box. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if we are solving one very important JavaScript question, and this question has been asked in so many companies, and practicing this type of question is extremely very helpful to improving your problem solving skills. So let's start to solve it together. So here we are given one user array, and in this user array so many objects are there, and in every object we have given ID, name, department and skill, and here three tasks are given. So in the first task is flatten skill. Okay, so here also output is given. So for in a first object the skill is JS and React. So in a output there is two objects. The first one is skill JS and name Amit, and in a second object skill React and name is Amit. Okay, so let's start to solve it. So first of all, you can pause your video and try to solve it by yourself. Okay, cons flatted array. Okay, so first of all we want two keys, skills and name. Okay, so what we are doing, return users dot skills and name. Okay, and also the skills is an array, and here we want in a object. So again we are doing a map. We are using the map methods. Okay, okay, and this will return skill and name. Okay, so let's check the output. Okay, so output, in a output name is Amit and skill is JS. In a second object React and Amit. In a third object Neha and JS. In a fourth object Neha and Node. Okay, okay, but let's also try to optimize this. Okay, okay, so if our key and value is same, so we are only return the key name. Okay, now we are copying this and we are doing the direct return. Hmm, done. Okay, so we are also optimize this one. In a second question, group by department. So based on this array of object, we want to group by the department. So we, okay, and output is always in a object. Okay, so if we want out, if we want the output in any object, any single value, then we are using the reduce method. Okay, group by department. Okay, so in this return users reduce accumulator and current, and output is in object. Okay, so in current we only want department and name. Okay, so we can return accumulator. Okay, and check in a accumulator department is there or not. In accumulator, if department is not there, then we are putting name as accumulator dot department dot push name. Okay, so let's check the output. So in a design we have one array with name Raj. Okay, so let's check. Okay, so in a engineering department we have a two person Amit and Neha, and for the design we have only one person Raj. Okay, so yes, in design team we have only one person Raj, and in engineering department we have a two person Amit and Neha. Okay, so third task is count skill frequency. So we have to count skill frequency. Okay, so also here we want the output in a single object, so we are also using the reduce method. Okay, skill count. Okay, here we are also using the reduce method. Okay, we want skills. Okay, okay, but skills is an array. Okay, so let's do one thing. First of all, we can create one new array, and in this new array we can merge all the skills. Okay, merge skills, users ने flat map every skills and skills. So let's check the output in merge skills. Okay, yes, so here all the skills are there. So instead of the users, we can apply reduce in a merge skills. Okay, merge skills accumulator, and instead of these skills we are using current. If accumulator ne, we have to check in a accumulator current is there or not. If current is not there, then current is 1, else we want to increase the current. Okay, so let's check the output. Figma 1, JS2, Node 1, and React 1. Okay, so this type of question has been asked in a so many company. Recently I give interview in 2 or 3 companies, and in every company they ask this type of question. So practicing this type of question for the interview is very helpful to crack the first round, because in every company the first round is a JavaScript round. So in the JavaScript round they mostly ask this type of question. So if you want this type of more question, then please comment down. I will make more videos on this type of question. Thank you. Today we are solving one JavaScript question. In this question, we have given one orders array of object. In every object, the key value is a order ID, customer name, city, item, and amount. And also 2 tasks is given. In the first task, we have to group customers by city, and in the second task, we have to group orders by amount range. Both tasks are based on the group by, and group by is very important topic in a JavaScript. So if you are preparing for any interview, then must solve this type of question. And this type of question has been asked in so many companies. So this topic is very important for your interview preparation. And also the group by is one of the most important topic. I give 3 or 4 interviews, and in every interviews they have been asked a group by question, and in a one company they ask me 2 or 3 group by question. So this is the very important question. Okay, so let's try to solve it by together. So in a first question, we have to group customer by city. So first of all, we create one function group by customer. Okay. So for the group by, we mostly use the reduce method. Okay. And output is in object. Okay. So let's destructure the current value. Here we want to only city. Okay. So city, and we put the customer name, and here return accumulator. Okay, so first of all check in a accumulator city is there or not. Okay, so in a accumulator if city is not there, then we put customer name, and if city is already there, then in the new array we have to push customer name. So here we can group by customer name, and we only push the customer name. Okay, so if you want to push whole object, then instead of this destructuring, you just return current, and instead of this customer name you put direct current, so it will push the whole all current object. Okay, so in Ahmedabad, there is a two customer, Amit and Raj, and in Mumbai, Neha is there. So let's check. In Ahmedabad, Amit, Neha is in Mumbai, and Raj is living Ahmedabad. Okay. So first done. Okay. Our second question. In the second question, we have to group orders by amount range. Okay, if the amount is greater than 15,000, we have to put it inside expensive. Otherwise, we have to put it inside affordable. Okay, so let's solve group by amount. Okay, accumulated and current. Okay, so this is the basic syntax. Okay, so if you are not able to solve this type of question, then you must remember this syntax, and based on this syntax, try to think and solve it by yourself. Okay, so here we want expensive and name. Okay, so for the expensive we have one key amount, and for the name we have one key name, customer name. Okay, check if in accumulator, first of all we can divide this amount into two category. First one is a expensive and second one is a affordable. Okay, so let's create one variables with name category. In category, check the amount is greater than 50,000, then it's in expensive, otherwise offer table. Okay, so let's check. In accumulator, category is not there, then we have to add empty array, otherwise category dot push customer name. Okay, so let's check. In a expensive, okay, sorry, customer name. Okay, so let's check. In a expensive we have a Amit and Raj, and in affordable only the one customer is there whose name is Neha. Okay, so done. And if you want this type of more question, then please do comment, so I will make more videos on this type of topic. And also you are not able to thinking like in this question which methods you will be used. So if you are confused, then please also comment down, so I will make more videos on JavaScript array methods. And if you are not able to understand any JavaScript topic, then also comment down, I will make videos on those topics. Okay, so thank you.
Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel FrontendIQ. Today we are solving one JavaScript questions. In these questions, we are given one employees array, and in this array there are so many objects are there, and in every object we have a different key value paired. Okay, so like ID, name, role, salary, and experience. Okay, and here we are given a 5 questions, and we want to solve this question using JavaScript method. we don't want to use a for loop. Okay, so let's try to solve it by together. Okay, so our first question is get all employee name and output is in array. Okay, so first of all, we are creating one function get all employee names, get all employee name. Okay, okay. So here we are using the map methods. Okay. So in this we only want a name of employees. Okay. So we are destructuring the name property. Okay. And in output is name. Okay, so in output, we only want a name. So here we are using the destructuring. So destructuring is a JavaScript ES6 features. And if you are solving this type of question, then you must try to use this all concept of a JavaScript. So uh, really, it's a very useful to in an interview because if you are using the restructuring, spread operator, rest operator, then it's get a very impressful in your interviewer's mind. Okay, so try to practice this way. Okay, so let's check our output. Yes, so in our output, there is one array, and in this array, all employees' name are there. Okay, so our second question is get employees with salary greater than 15,000. Okay, so if we want, okay, so basically let's try to find the difference between map look and filter. Okay, so basically, map is used if we want to transform the data. That means in an array, if we have elements and if we want to modify each and every element, so we are using the map loop. And filter loop is also written in our array. But in a filters, if we want to filter out the data based on some conditions, at that time only we are using the filters. So if we want a output with the same length of input, at that time we are using the map. And if we want the output with same length or less than length, at that time we are using the of filter. Okay, so here we are filter out the employees data whose salary is greater than 50,000. Okay? So const filter employee data. Okay, so in this we are using the term employees dot filter. Okay, so we want a employees data. Okay, so here we want a full data. Okay, we want a ID, name, role, salary. So here we don't want to destructure it. Instead of this, we are writing employee. Okay, and this employee dot salary is greater than 50,000. Okay, so let's check the output. Here, the first employee is the Rahul, whose salary is greater than 50,000, and second one is the Amit. Okay, so yes, here also output is given Rahul and Amit data. So it's correct. Okay. So our third question is find total salary of all employees. Okay. So if we want the output in any single digit or something at that time, we are using the reduce because reduce is a very easy method if we want to perform operations and want output in a single digit. Okay. So const find total salary. Find total salary. We are using the reduce method. Okay. Okay. And our output. Okay. So this is the basic syntax of the reduce. Okay. So here we are putting the initial value. Okay. So here we want to find the salary. So initial value is a zero. And in this value, we are adding the employee's salary. Okay. So here we are doing column dot salary plus accumulators. And we are return this value. Okay. Yes, fine. Okay. So let's try to return direct. Not want to return this one. Accumulator and current accumulator and here use the return value. Done? Okay, so the output is here. So it's a total salary of all the employees. Okay, find the employee whose name is the Priya. So if we want to find some data and want a first match value, at that time we are using the find methods. Okay, so const find employee with name Priya. Okay, find employee with name Priya. So return employees find name name is equals to Priya. Okay, curly braces. Okay. So here we got a object in which the employee name is Priya. The last question is sort employee by a salary. Const sort employee by salary. Okay. So return employees dot sort A comma B A dot salary minus B dot salary. Okay. So let's check. The first data whose salary is 20,000 and second and last data 80,000. Okay. So if we want to sort in a ascending orders, so here we can write B dot salary minus A dot salary. And if we want a descending order, then we can write A dot salary minus B dot salary. Okay. So, like if you are preparing for an JavaScript interview or a front-end interview, then in this type of interviews, they mostly have been asked this type of question, okay? Because for a front-end interview, okay, we all know that for the API response, we mostly got the response in an array of object type, okay? So, in a daily basis, we have to perform this type of operations, okay? So JavaScript method is literally very useful for the interview in a daily coding or you must solve this type of questions every day. And if you want a more question, then please comment down. I will make more videos on that. And yes, I will also provide it my GitHub link. So in my GitHub account, I will upload it so many JavaScript questions. And literally it's very useful. Okay, so you can also prepare from there. And also I make a playlist so you can also check out there. Okay, so if you like my video, then please like, share and subscribe it. Thank you.